Okay, so good evening to you all. Today is our day 35. Yesterday is our day 34, and it's just a grace. We don't normally conduct classes on Mondays. So today is our day 35 of this 40 days IT employability bootcamp. So you see, we are moving fast forward. You see, we have 5 days left. So let's see what we have for today. We are going to have a recap on the 33. Then we are going to have text to column. We are going to talk about that. We are going to talk about concatenate function. Then we are going to talk about substitute function. Then we will have our Q&A, which is questions and answers. Then we have conclusion, and then we call it a day. For recap on the 33. On the 33, we talk about len function, where we said it's counting the total number of characters in a given cell. Total number of characters, maybe, and it's counting including the spaces in between. That's what len is doing. Then we also talk about left function, where we said left function is extracting some part of the text depending on the number of characters you have given from the left hand side. Maybe if you have a characters, a long text in your cell, so you want to extract maybe 2 or 3 characters or 5 or 10, whatever amount of characters you want to find. Yeah, you will have two parameters that you will first. The first parameter is the cell address or cell reference. Then the second parameter is number of cells, also the number of characters you want to extract. The next thing is right. So for the right, we have what do you call it? Extracting the number of characters, but this time around from the left hand side, not from the, sorry, from the right hand side, not from the left hand side. Maybe if you want to extract any characters from the right hand side, right from the right hand side. Sorry, I don't know. There are people in the waiting room. Okay. So if you want to extract that, then you go ahead and do that. Then for the mid, it's extracting from the middle. And in this context, whenever we said middle, we mean from the second character up to the last. Anything that is not first, we consider it, or the Excel is considering it as a middle. From that is not anything that is not from the extreme end or the extreme beginning, anything that start from the second or from the second to the last, all those ones are what we call a middle. Let me explain it more clearly. That is to say, let's say we have this. So Excel is seeing this E and this 3 as middle. Anything that falls beyond this is what is referred to as middle. And and whenever you want to apply the formula, first you will say is equals to, then you write your mid function. After you write your mid function, then you select the cell you are referring to. That's the cell you want to extract your text from. Then after you selected that, then you select where you want to start. Do you want to start from the second? Do you want to start from the third? Do you want to start from the whatever you want to start? You just select it. After having selected that, then you select the number of characters you want to extract. So once you did that, be it maybe you want to extract 1 character, you want to extract 2 characters, you can go ahead and do that, and it will extract exactly number of characters you have selected. So basically, that's what we have discussed that's yesterday, day before yesterday, which is on day 33. Then, so let's see what we have for today. Let me stop sharing my screen for a second. Then we continue sharing. Okay, so here we go. Um, this is our interface, and this is what we have. This is the list. This is the list of all your names. This is your complete list. So I'm giving you example with that when we are talking about text to column. So for text to column, it's like you have your text maybe that is merged in one single cell, and you want to segregate it into different cells. Let's take, for instance, this is a clear example. You have your full name here, then maybe yours, what do you call it? Your line manager or your team leader says, no, he don't want it this way. He wants to have first name, surname, then other name, like this. Maybe he said this is how he wants the list to become. So how do we do that? How are we going to do that? So if we want to apply this, all we should do is just to select this particular column. After having selected it, then we come to we come to data. Let me select it again. So I didn't select it. So we come to data like this. Then we go to text to column like that. Then uh, what we have here? We have delimited. So you see this, we have two options. We have delimited, we have fixed width. But we normally, we most frequently use delimited because it's more applicable here. There are some places that you might find yourself, maybe you don't want to apply this delimited. You don't need to apply this, you need to apply this. But normally, in most cases, we do apply this delimited. So after having selected the delimited button, and one thing you need to know is that you cannot use all the two things at the same time. So it's either use the limited or use the fixed width. So we normally use this fixed width. After having selected it, then you go to the next, then you see this one is already selected, this tab, then you see what differentiate the columns you want to do. For this, what differentiate the what do you call it, the text you want to segregate. Like for this one now, we know the space is what differentiates the names. So you see, as you can see here, we have a space in between the first name and surname. Here we have space in between the first name and surname. You see continuously. So we are having the space in between all the two names. So I will select the space. You see, I'm having the space here, so I will just select it. After having selected it, then I'll just come and select next. Once I select next, yeah, I will select next again. So you see, it's telling me that there is text in between. There is text. Do I want to replace it? I'll just say yes, I want to replace it. Then I click OK. So you see, I have now segregated the names. You see, I'm having my what do you call it? Hold on. Yeah. So you see, I'm having my. Let me change the background color of this one. So hold on. Let me change the background color. I want to change it to white. Good. So you see, I'm having this, my first name is somewhere here. Then this is my, I've already replaced that one. So this is the first name, then surname, for instance. Then I have my other name. Other name like that. So you see, this is how you what do you call it? This is how you apply text to column whenever you having some things that are linked up together. So you just use text to column to differentiate or to segregate the text into different columns. So this is how you apply it. There are a lot of places you might find yourself needing that. For instance, maybe when you open your text that consists of that is in CSV format, sometimes you'll see it all the values are separated with commas. So in such regards, sorry, someone could just call me. So in such, let me just show you something. We will not do that. I'm just showing it to you guys. So see, like this one now, you see, I'm having a bunch of text, but all the text is in one cell, is in the first cell. If you can see, the second cell is empty. You see, if you check in the formula about the second cell is empty, or the second column is empty, the third column, all the columns are empty. Only the first cells that is contain a data. Only the first cell contains a data, while all other columns are empty. So now the first cell, what differentiate them is this comma, comma, comma. So you have to apply that text to column if you want to segregate or you want to customize your data. So that is how we apply text to column in this context. The next topic, or the next function we are going to talk about, is concatenate function. This concatenate function is something very important also. If you have your data, uh, you want to match the two datas in between. Let's say it's like the opposite of this. Let's say you are given this, you understand, you are given this. You have first name, you have surname, you have other name. This is how the data was collected. Now you want to match them in one place. How do we do that? You want to match them in one place. So how do we do that? So if you want to match them in one place, let's say you selected this place. This is where you want to match them. So you can just go ahead and say it's equals to, then concatenate. We have three ways of doing that, and we are going to talk about all of them. First one, we will say concatenate. Concatenate like this. Then you select your first column, then you put comma, then you just put this in double quotes, then you give a space, saying that there is space in between the first column and the second column. Then you write a comma again, then you click on the second one, then you write a comma again, then you click, you have a space, then you put a comma again, then you click on the third one, then you just hit enter. So you see, it just gave me the complete or the full name of the what do you call it, of the beneficiary, or what you call it. Let me just place shift it somewhere here so that it can be I can just drag. So you see, once I drag, it gave me the full name of all the lists I'm having. You see, it just gave me the full name. So this is how you match all your names. And this thing, the beauty part of this one, you can match the column and column, or you can match a cell and cell. Sorry, yeah, you can match a cell and cell. You can match a text and cell. You can match whatever you want to match. You can match. Like for instance, now let's say I want to add what do you call it? I want to add a text at the end of every name. Let's say at the end of every name, I want to add maybe WIS bootcamp, that's Women IT Employability bootcamp, before every name. So that one is adding or concatenating a text with a cell. We want to concat a cell with a cell. So we want to concat a text with a cell. So now I'll write my text first. Let me just say with like this. Or let me just say Hamad. Hamad intense like this. Then I will put this because I wrote the text, so I will have to put it in double quotes because it's not a cell that it's not in a given cell. So I just have to what do you call it? Put it in this. Then hold on. I'll have to write the formula first before writing this. Hold on, sorry. Concatenate or concat. You can use concatenate or concat. Let me use concat in this one. You can use both. You can use any of this. So after having write the concat, then you write the text. If you are writing the text, whenever you are writing a text in Excel that you know you are the one that initiated the text, you don't have it anywhere, please, you have to put it in double quotes as far as it is a text. So Hamad intense like this, then you give a space, then you close the double quotes, then you select your this. Do you understand? Then you just hit enter like this. So you see you are having this Hamad intense uh, uh, Mubaraka, like this. So if you drag down, you see Hamad interns this, Hamad interns that, Hamad interns this. So you can go ahead and concat whatever you want to concat. You can concat maybe the full name of anybody with his phone number. You can concat his IB number or ID number with his full name for you to have whatever you want to have. So this is how uh, you do it, and this is how you can apply the concat function. There are a lot of places you can apply concat function. This is just an example. You can go ahead and explore yourself and see how you can apply it in other places. Let me give you another example quickly. Let me just give you another example quickly. Let's say you have the list of phone numbers. Let me just write phone numbers, random phone numbers like this. Like this. So let's say you have just random numbers. I can't keep writing numbers just to save time. Let's just see. You have it like this. Now, let me just drag. Let's say I'm just having this random numbers like this. So you see, all these ones are phone numbers, but I've forgotten to, what do you call it? I've forgotten to write the zero. Oh, I have wrote the zero, but it disappeared. So now, how can I replace? Oh, how can I replace back the zeros that disappear? So now, if I want to replace back the zeros that disappeared, all I would do is just to say is equals to. I don't know if there is anybody that will just to see. I want us to be having an interactive session. Is there anybody that have an idea on how we can do that? Let's see in the comment section if there is anybody that will give us any idea on how we should do that. Yeah, quickly. Do we have any? Okay, anyways, let me do it by myself. So I will just say is equals to, then I will write concat or concatenate. Then I will put my double quotes, then I will write the zero. Then I'll close my double quotes, then I will say comma, then I'll click on this. Once I click on this, so it will automatically appear. You see, it's appeared perfectly 0 at 1 continuously. Then I can drag the rest to have the same values. So this is how you normally retrieve back your zeros that you've missed. And this is the second way of using concats. As I've told you, I said we have three ways. We have this one, concat. We have the other one that I've shown you, concatenate. And there is this other one that you can just come and say is equals to, then you select what you want to select. Like this now, I will say 0 like this, then I'll put this ampersand. You see this, and once I put it is also another way of concatenating. Then if you have anything you want to concat with it, you can add ampersand again. Maybe let's say you want to give a space like this, then maybe you add another ampersand if you want to concat another thing. Hold on, why is the concats? Yeah, so maybe let's say I want to concat with your names like this, maybe phone numbers of anybody with his names like this. So you see, I've concated it automatically. So you see, I've concated the first, the phone number and the full name. Then I will just drag. So you see, once I drag, I'm having the full phone number and the full name of anybody. So this is how you apply the concat function. I've shown you the three different ways. Now, the last thing, but not the least, is substitute function. Substitute function. So substitute function is like maybe when you want to replace something with another thing. Um, let's say declare we the let's see how we can apply substitute function here. So you see, I'm having names here. I'm having names here. Okay, so you see, let me just copy it, then I will uh, paste values. Yes. So now I'm having my names here. Yes. So I will say is equals to, then you see, instead of using this space in between, let's say I want to use hyphen in between. I want to use hyphen in between. So I will say is equals to substitute like this. This is the text. This is the function. Substitute. Then this is my text. This is my text that I want to be replacing a specific character or specific text in it. Then I will say comma. Then what is my old text? My old text is a space. So I want to replace this space with what? What do I want to replace it with? Let's say I want to replace it with hyphen like this. Then I will just hit enter. So you see, whenever there is a space, it will be replaced with this hyphen. Let me drag down. So you see, whenever there is space, it will be replaced with hyphen. Do you see it? This is how you can go ahead and do that. There are a lot of places you can use hyphen. Let's say whenever we have Muhammad, maybe you want to change it to short form, or whenever you have a long short form of Muhammad, a long format of Muhammad, you want to replace it with short form. So you can go ahead and use substitute function to do that. Or maybe you are given the list of account numbers with bank's name and you want to get rid of the banks. You don't, maybe someone writes Zenith Banks, GT Bank, and what have you. So you just want to be having maybe GT, Zenith, Access without writing the banks in between, sorry, at the end. So you can go ahead and use this substitute function and get rid of the banks. Or you maybe someone just, some people wrote banks. You want to get, sorry, some people wrote the banks. Let's say they just wrote Access, GT, and what have you. So you want to replace all those one with bank. If there is last space in between, that last space you are having, you can just replace that last space with bank continuously. So basically, this is what we are going to cover for the day. I don't know if there is any question you can go ahead and ask. I know today's class is there are a lot of formulas. We've used a lot of formulas because we are at the batch of finishing the program. So that's why we have to rush up to see and see to make sure that we have completed the syllabus we are following. So please, if there is any question, you can go ahead and ask your question. Please, if there is any question, I'm expecting your question. I will respond to it if there is any question. Okay, so I can see from what I can see, I think there is no any question. So um so I think with the absence of any question, we can call it a day. Have a wonderful day. Uh, see you tomorrow. Bye.